videos of people coming off of Klonopin, and it looks basically like they're dying. So stay away from that shit. Probably the one med I would recommend most of all is Inderal, also known as propranolol. It's hard to say, but it's a beta blocker. This is very useful to take, when needed, but I wouldn't take it every day. If you have to give a speech, it's very useful. It worked well for me. It's not going to work for everyone, but, I'm just throwing things out there that I think you should look into. If you haven't heard of this stuff, look into it and try it out. Then we have herbs and vitamins. I think this is really interesting because some of these herbs are outstanding. There is Kanna, K-A-N-N-A. A lot of people don't know about this plant. It contains a natural SSRI called mesembrine. You cannot take this if you're on an SSRI. Not only will it not work, but it's also dangerous. So do not take Kanna if you're taking Paxil or Lexapro or anything like that. Trazodone, you also can't mix it with. There's a lot of things you can't mix it with. As far as finding Kanna, a lot of sellers sell bad batches that don't work. So you have to buy from someone who actually tests the Kanna for mesembrine content. Go on eBay for this. It's usually the best place. Find a well-reviewed seller, people saying good things about their Kanna, and try it out. But chances are you may have to try out more than one place before you find someone who sells the really good stuff. Sounds like I'm talking about drugs here. But Kanna is really good. No side effects, no withdrawals. People have been taking it for thousands of years. And it actually works. It's very effective. Just read about it if you don't know anything about it. Then there's passion flower. This is another very useful plant. I always keep passion flower in my home. It contains beta-carbolines, which have a very kind of sedating, anti-anxiety, antidepressant effect. Passion flower is great. I highly recommend it. If you have panic attacks, buy 5 pounds of this stuff. It's great stuff to have around. No side effects, no withdrawals, and it's fairly cheap too. And then there's kratom. This is bad stuff. You might see some people recommending this online. It's spelled Kratom. This is like a natural opiate, but it's not good for you in any way. It has a lot of side effects. Withdrawals are almost just as bad as opiates. So stay away from kratom. If you've heard about it, if you're thinking about trying it, don't even think about it. This stuff is really bad. Then we have the 3 happy T proteins, is what I call them. There's L-theanine, L-taurine, and L-tyrosine. The last one, L-tyrosine, has to be mixed with vitamin B6. You take about 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams with one vitamin B6 pill. This will surge your blood with beta endorphins, which are the same things that are triggered after you work out. So you'll get that kind of relaxed, flushy feeling. And it works fairly well. All 3 of these work fairly well. The best supplement I know of that has L-theanine in it, it's called Psychotropin. A lot of people don't know about this. I think it's like $30 a bottle. This stuff is a lot more powerful than you would ever expect from an over-the-counter supplement. And you can go through this stuff really quick. But if you never heard of Psychotrop, and if you have panic attacks, try at least one bottle of this stuff out. The reason I stopped taking it is because I seem to have developed a tolerance, and I just stopped taking it one day because it wasn't that effective. But I think if you take it as needed and don't abuse it like I did, it will work for a long time and be very effective. And then we have, last but not least, breathing techniques. Now, there's a lot of bullshit online on a lot of techniques that are, just salesmen trying to sell snake oil. Like some of these meditation exercises, breathe deep through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. If you really think this stuff is going to stop a panic attack, you're out of your mind, or you don't really get panic attacks. I really shouldn't be saying that because there is one technique I'm going to recommend, but most of the techniques don't work. If you just read about them, It's like trying to stop a bullet after it's already left the gun. You're not going to do it. But there is one very effective technique. It's called the 21-7 technique. I'm going to put a link for that in my video. I'll spell out everything else I talked about. This technique, you kind of have to read the entire book just to understand how to do it right. But this is a technique I still use today. It's very effective, highly recommended. But as far as everything else, stay away from all the other crap. Because you're not going to meditate your way out of a panic attack. I pretty much guarantee it. So we went over nutrition, exercise, pharmaceuticals, which ones I recommended staying away from, herbs and vitamins. And then we went over techniques, which, mostly are bullshit, except for that one. But that's about it. If you hated this video, let me know. If you liked it, let me know. If there's anything else I should talk about, you might give me more material to make more videos with. But I really hoped that I could help at least one person with this video, because it'll be worth it for me. I know how bad this disorder is, and I really think you can get it under control. I really do. You just have to commit yourself 100%. With that, thanks for watching my video. I hope you learned something, and have a good life. Bye-bye.